What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Keep Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Lan Mind, and I'm joined by MeLlamoCeeGee. What's going on, brother?
Yo, what's up? How we doing, ladies? Let's get this money.
This guy. And I'm also joined by the one and only Johnny Boom Botz. What's up, Johnny?
You know the vibes.
Oh, stop. We are live for the second week in a row, episode 16. And if this is your first time here, remember that if you don't catch the show live, you can always watch us on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast. Just type in Keep Gaming Podcast. And remember to subscribe. It's free. What's up, fellas? How was your week, man?
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I wasn't even going to make it to this show.
I see you on vacation. We thought you were on vacation still with Cool Young Lou over in Africa or China or Zimbabwe.
Cool Young Lou changed his number on me, bro. I don't know why he doesn't want to talk to me. I think because he didn't start the new Batman series. But yeah, he's upset. He's upset. Like I said, we are live on Twitch. And we just want to say hello to everybody in the chat. What's up, everybody? Thank you for stopping by. Paulful Gaming, Wes, Tyler Harris. Thank you guys for stopping by. And you could join us too. Remember, we go live on Twitch every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. And let's get on with the show. Guys, something dropped this week that kind of caught my attention. Like, considering of really throwing all my dollars at it. And no, it's not the new Nintendo Switch that went for pre-order. I know John got his pre-order.
I did.
It's something better than that.
Okay.
Something 20 times better than that.
Okay.
And it's the Valve Steam Deck. Yo, guys, this thing is beautiful. This is what Nintendo Switch should have did, and they didn't. Valve has released a new Steam Deck that is going to be starting at $399, where you're going to be able to bring your Xbox and PC gaming handheld. You know, wherever you go, and you can dock it as well, and you can use it kind of like the way Switch does, where you just like put it down and have two controllers connected to the system, and you're able to play it tabletop. So what are you guys' thoughts? I want to start with John. John from the beginning has had problems with this. Go ahead, express yourself. This is your time.
We're gonna start with me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fuck this Steam Deck, bro. No, on paper, Jesus Christ, people might ring my doorbell. Guys, I'm live.
You should have an on-air sign at your door.
I should, right at my door. Like, flick that shit on when the light's red. Don't bother me. So, listen. On paper, it looks amazing. I'll be honest with you. On paper, it looks amazing. Everything that they're trying to offer looks amazing, too, as well. So, yes, it looks great. Yes, it sounds like it'll be an amazing thing. Will I get it? No. I just feel that Valve in general was the type of company that, yes, they're great with certain things, but they bite off more than they can chew in a way. With their VR headset, it's amazing. The VR headset definitely runs great, but the problem is, what a lot of people have with it is you're still wired. That's why Oculus came out, and Oculus blew them out of the water, because they're mobile. You don't have to be connected, and with their new update, they did without even a hardware update. The new update runs just as good as the Valve headsets. So, like, you're talking about for half the price, you're still getting just as good of a quality item. Their controller was great if you play only Steam games. But again, though, too, if you have a PC, you can hook up your Xbox to it. And if you're a console gamer with a PC, you already have a controller. You don't need a Steam controller. The same thing when it comes to the computer that they were trying to come out with. I think Booty even mentioned it too. The Valve hardware trash. The Steam Machine. It was great on paper. They have the Alienware. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this isn't the first time we've seen somebody try to come out with a mobile PC handheld. Alienware's done it. Numerous companies have done a mobile handheld PC, and we see where they go all the time. They don't last. They're hot because it's something new. It's something exciting. People jump on the bandwagon, and then before you know it, they push it to the back burner because they stop keeping updates for it because nobody's buying it anymore. So they don't feel it's worth it. So you end up getting no more updates for it. You don't get hardware updates. You don't get software updates. For this, my only issue with this is, to be honest with you, is if you're spending $400 for a base one, because I'm looking at the prices right now, the $400 one for 64 gig, 256 for $529, $512 for $649. if you want to be a mobile gamer, mobile PC gamer, for 64 gig for $399, you need to buy the SD card. Now we don't know what it's going to run though, because of the fact that now, mind you, you're talking about an SD card. You're not going to have the same thing as somebody else does, because we're talking about SSD compared to SD. You can buy a 1 terabyte SD card, micro SD, and upgrade your storage to whatever it is, because most games, look at Destiny, look at Call of Duty, they don't run 64 gigs. You're talking about one game alone. Now, 64 gigs, you're not talking about the hardware too, probably. The hardware, the software in general, I mean, on the system is probably going to take up half of that shit. So now, once you have your OS and everything else in there, and you go forward, think about what you're talking about. Even with a 512 gig hard drive, how many people have a PC with a 512 gig hard drive that need an external hard drive of 1 terabyte? Now, if you got a 512 gigabyte SSD, that's great. You're running it fast. But you're talking about that's a 512 gig SSD on the Steam Deck. Then you got to add in the SD card, which is not going to load your shit in fast. People are going to start bitching about load times and everything else too if you're on mobile. So you're not going to be able to get the same experience that you will if you had a PC. It's great if you're mobile, but if you're a person that does long-time gaming and you want to dock it, you have no cooling fan. You have no cooling to it. You're literally going to be blowing out of a valve port on the back of it, like the Switch does. But you're not talking about running the same graphics though. You're not talking about running Switch is not running an OS. Now, if you're the type of person you want to get you want to take out the original Steam OS and you want to upload a Windows OS, you want to upload a completely different thing and run emulators and everything else on it, 100%, it's great. But again, you only get a limited time on it before you're going to melt your shit. Because of the fact that if you're docking it, you're hooking it up, how many times are you going to be, like I said to you before too, how many times are you really going to want to unplug and replug your keyboard from your computer to your dock? Like, I understand if you don't have a PC and you don't have anything at all, but you have a monitor, that's great. But most people that are going to be getting this are going to be looking at it as an alternative for PC gaming. People are going to be looking at it as an alternative for PC gaming. They're going to want to turn around and get this in place of a PC because, like even you said too, you're thinking about doing this because it's small, it's compact compared to getting a tower. But now if you're spending $400 for a base, why not spend $200 more and get a fucking big ass, a regular one that you can run hours on it? You can run all your shit without worrying about slowing up and things. Are we going to be able to upgrade this? Are we going to be able to upgrade the hardware on it? Then on top of that too, the layout of the controllers, like the fact that your joysticks and your thumb accidentally hits the touchpad, what are you going to do? You're going to fuck yourself up. Look at PlayStation. PlayStation touchpad is in the middle of the controller. So therefore you don't have to worry about, accidentally touching your finger or whatever to touch the touchpad. Again, I think it's a great thing on paper, but I think physically putting it into play, they bit off more than they could chew because of the fact that they saw what Switch was doing with their handheld and how good Switch was doing, and Switch Pro was coming out supposedly. But we didn't get a 4K. So what are they doing now? They're giving us this. They're giving us this instead of a Switch. They're trying to give the mobile PC gaming community a run, the challenge. Like they're trying to make it more competitive, which might be amazing. It might be absolutely great. Jesus Christ, we're getting spot spammed. So it might be great if we're talking about for competition wise, because now this might give a chance for somebody else, Nintendo, to push themselves to 4K. PlayStation might come out with a new PS Vita or something like that, or a new PSP. If they see that people are starting to try to get back into mobile gaming. But as far as Valve goes and as far as HTC goes for this, not HTC. As far as Valve and Steam go for this, I don't see it. I don't see it keeping long because I definitely think it's a niche thing right now that they have. Like the KSE console was, it's a niche thing. It's got a whole lot of hype behind it. It's really good, but I don't see it going anywhere.
Chris,
that's my own hot take on it.
Chris, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts as a solely PC gamer. I think it's a great idea. I do think it's a cool idea, mostly because a lot of my friends be wanting to play with me, and they're on console and they can't play with me. So I think this is a cheaper way for them to do so because they don't feel the need to buy. Most of these people, again, are not streamers. They're just strictly want to play games. So this is a way for them to play games with me for $400. I mean, yeah, I know everything Johnny mentioned. Yes, he's correct. We don't know what's going to happen with it. We don't know if it's going to run well or anything on paper. Like we said, it looks promising and it can be promising, but it depends what you're going to do with it. I think if you're solely going to do it just for Steam games in general, you'll be fine. I think it'll work perfectly fine, and you'll be able to play Steam games with your friends that aren't available on consoles at all. Also, by the way, Luckbucks, thank you for the sub. I saw that. We see you.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, it was when you were talking.
Oh yes, thank you.
Shout out to these bots, by the way, as well. But yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's supposed to come out December, right?
Yeah,
I saw December
out
2021.
December.
And if that's the case, we'll find out more as we go along. I mean, we really don't know. They just kind of threw this at us randomly after the whole Switch announcement. So I mean, we'll find out more as we go.
Yeah, I think this is interesting because what both you guys are saying, you guys have great points. I think with John, I think the way you're looking at it from a standpoint that this is something that, yes, it's a PC handheld, but in my mind, I don't think the PC enthusiasts that play like big file games are gonna be playing this handheld. I think if you really want to play the games like Call of Duty or Skyrim or big games, you're not gonna want to do handheld. You're really gonna want a tower to get the most out of the graphics and, you know, play longevity where you're playing long hours. I think this is good, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is good for the PC gamers that want to go on the go. If they're traveling, let's say I go on vacation, I'm in a hotel, I can't bring my whole PC with me. I'll bring this little device, I'll play some little games with my friends and stuff like that. I think this also speaks to me because I don't have a PC. I use a Mac Mini to do my streamings, but I don't have a PC because I got rid of it to eliminate clutter. But I think with a device this small will serve purpose for me where I can play games with you guys. Like I wanted to play Police Stories or play Among Us or play Monopoly, where Chris doesn't have a Nintendo Switch or any console and we can't play together. So if I get this small device, I can put it in my drawer when I'm not playing. I can dock it when I'm ready to play these games with you guys and then just put it away. But I do understand the price points. If I wanted to, I could just spend another $200. And if I get the $600 one, I think it was like the 256 gig one. I think it was a $600 version.
Which one? The $600 one?
Yeah.
Is the
or the 512.
The 600. Yeah, I think the 512 is the $600 one.
So if I spend $600, I could get myself a decent PC. But the problem is, then it goes back to there's too much clutter on my desk, and I'm trying to eliminate that. I'm trying to be what they call a minimalist. I just don't like clutter. That's just me. But maybe I bite the bullet and I say, you know what? Fuck it. I'll get myself a cheap PC just to do the minimal things. Or I could get this handheld thing and bring it wherever I go, even though I don't do traveling. And I don't even play handheld because I have a Switch and I don't play in handheld. Maybe I just dock it. So I don't know. I think this has its pros and cons, but I don't see this as a PC killer. I just think that it's a good alternative to gaming mobilely. That's all it is.
Two things real quick. One, Tyler, thank you for the 5 gifted to the community. Welcome to the
thank you, Tyler.
Yeah, welcome to the Key Gaming Podcast, MeLlamoCeeGee.
Donations.
MeLlamoCeeGee.
Wow!
Thank you for having our podcast person sub.
Yeah.
Now finally,
you gave our host a subscription where he don't watch commercials now.
I got bills. All right.
Welcome Nikki. Welcome Booty. Welcome Maps, and welcome Timmy.
Yes.
Do I agree with you on that? Yes, it's not a PC killer, 100%.
No,
I never.
not.
That's one thing I'm definitely not worried about. Booty did make a statement though before too. But $650, you can just get yourself a decent gaming laptop and still take that on the go too. Yeah. And you have your keyboard, you have everything right with you. And
but it's not mobile. Like you won't be able. Like how you gonna play?
But think about it this way though too. First of all, what they released so far.
You got Santa Claus in your house? What are those bells, man?
That was my dog's collar, bro. Don't worry about Santa Claus coming to town on me. Damn. Gotta make sure I know where my dogs are at all times. That collar be ringing. So as far as being. We also remember one thing though too. What we've seen so far, we don't even know if this is actually what it's going to look like either, because of the fact that this was. If you take a look at it, the original final hardware has not been released yet. They're doing pre-orders, and the final hardware has not been done.
I didn't see that. That's for real.
What they show you on the video is what their beta almost in a way. It's supposed to be what that's supposed to be looking like.
Really?
But they might be changing because the reviews that I've read too were like the controls. The buttons felt a little too cushy. They didn't feel very stiff. They didn't give you like.
But IGN had it in their hands, so that's not real.
Read the bottom of the video. Read the bottom of the video.
Wow.
It even says too. This is not permanent. This is not official.
Interesting.
So,
okay.
It's literally a Game Gear Pro. If it's a Game Gear made a Pro controller.
Like yeah, it does.
Because it's got the controllers in the back, the buttons in the back.
Yeah, I like that.
I think that it's too much. See, like Luckbuck said, if the beta fails, they have to go back to the drawing board. So like they're like, I think that in all reality, like my biggest takeaway is the fact that it's a lot of hype for it because it's new, it's something different. And right now, I think it's getting the hype that it wouldn't have gotten another year because of COVID, because of the fact that a lot of people are home, more people are gaming on PC, and they're doing more gaming because they've released numerous times. They've released mobile PC devices. They've done it. It's not new. It's not something that's like, oh my god, it's brand new.
But I think what's new about this is that you're able to dock it and the touchpad and the screen, and there's a lot of different. Because yes, there's been variations of PC mobile, but I think for this one, what makes it revolutionary is everything that's coming with it.
I think that they put way too much shit on that system. Because I'm sorry, you're looking at that handheld though, and you got literally everything right there. Like you got 3 touchpads, you got fucking 4 buttons, D-pads, clickers in the back. You got like, it looks like as if somebody just literally took their kid's drawing and was like, what can we add to it, and just stuck everything into one thing.
Well, and that kid knows how to draw because it looks good.
I'm not trying to hate on it like that. I'm really not.
It sounds like it.
Cap, you hating, bro. You hating, bro.
I'm trying to pull a loop. I'm trying to pull a limb.
Why? When I agree to something, you want to disagree. And then when I disagree, you want to agree just to get the shit out of me.
No, I've been disagreeing.
No,
with
I know this one you've been disagreeing from the
beginning.
beginning. Yes, I know.
Fuck out of here. Thank you for the resub, bud.
Yeah, shout out to
Incredible
Adventures. Yeah.
Exactly, Booty. 6 AA batteries in the back of it.
Yeah.
That's behind the touchpads. Behind the touchpads. You gotta pop them bitches off and put the batteries in there. It's gonna take 12 butt batteries.
Wow. 12 butt batteries? Is that what you just said?
I said button batteries. What the hell?
I thought you said butt batteries. I don't know what you was doing. All right, so we're going to move to the next topic, and the next topic is Cyberpunk 2077. I know you guys have heard of 2077 for almost a year now, but this is interesting to me because...
Greatest game of all time, baby.
Stop trolling. Stop it. Cyberpunk 2077, since the day that it's dropped, has had multiple issues, and then Sony pulled it off their PlayStation Store. Once they released it in June, within the first, I want to say it was like the first 7 days, it was the most purchased game on the PlayStation Store. What are you guys' thoughts about this? Is this something that people should be hyped about? There's still issues out there.
Chris, that's all you, Chris, because I got something stupid to say, and I'm nice.
Oh man! All right, so here's the thing. I was one of the people that believed people overreacted and just kind of went with the train of hating this game to its fullest extent.
Did you play it, Chris?
No.
So then you don't know.
No, but I'm saying though,
okay.
I know people that have played it that enjoyed the game for its story. Granted, there's bugs, all this good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But similar to like Witcher 3, you know what I'm saying? Witcher 3 had its issues. So
but nothing like this. Nothing like this.
That's because you were playing on a PS4 at the time, all right?
What?
No, I'm messing with you.
Oh my god.
But they did hype the game up for a very long time. It was like a 10-year thing. So
their marketing game was on point.
I get the slander. I thought it was an over slander of the game. And it's cool to see them kind of making a little comeback. You know, they're doing all right for themselves. They're back on the PlayStation Marketplace, and they're getting that shmoney. You know what I'm saying? They're getting the money. It's good for them. You know,
they already got money. I think they had the most sales of a pre-order for any game in the world at any point in gaming history. The hype was real, and I'm gonna get it to the point right here. I'll let John talk at the end. I gotta say this.
Yeah, but they've had a bunch of updates, haven't they? They had a bunch.
Yeah, but it still didn't
since...
fix anything. Look, even PlayStation says, if you read right, it says PlayStation says that you shouldn't play this on your regular PlayStation 4. If anything, you should play it on your PS. Now I'm paraphrasing. They didn't say it word to word, so I'm not quoting them. Don't quote me on this. But they said you need to play this on a PS4 Pro or a PS5. So it's like, you could play it, but you shouldn't play it on the older PS4. You should upgrade and get a PS5 if you want the best experience. So then why put it out? Why put it out? They removed it from the store because of all the refunds and all the like you were saying, the slander. This game was not ready, and they've been working on this game for 10, fucking years. They kept fucking pushing it back. They even lied to PlayStation and said this game is ready.
Hey.
Remember, they have to talk to these companies first before they release it on their stores. They said the game was ready and it wasn't ready, bro. Everyone knew this game was not ready from day one. I played it. I hated it. I was happy when I was done with it. And I said, thank you, Jesus. I will not get back into this game. John, go. I feel like you want to say something. Here we go.
So, first of all, for starters, in all reality, yes, it had its bugs. Did I play it? No. The only thing that I will say is, though, bugs or not, though, the reason why I think that it was downloaded as much as it was, especially on PlayStation, is because of the fact that, again, somebody like you who doesn't have a Windows PC who can play it, but you have a PlayStation. But no, listen real quick, Lou. If you don't have a PC, though, but you still wanted to play it because you heard about the hype on PC, people playing it at full res, the whole 9 yards, you still wanted to play it. People still wanted to play it if they didn't have a PC. So what do you get it if you have a PlayStation? You're going to fucking download it. You're going to buy it because of the hype behind it. People that play a lot of times, too, the bugs behind it were shitty, 100%. But at the same time, though, too, normally if the game wasn't hyped up for as long as it was, the bugs wouldn't have been such an issue. But because
I agree.
It was hyped up for so long, that's where the issues came in. Because of the fact that they hyped the shit up out of it.
And they track record, too, for Witcher 3. They have
right, it was the same thing with it was No Man's Sky all over again.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky was hyped up so bad. I bought it. I was so upset the first day I got it on release date because I'm like, where the fuck is everybody? And what's going
now
on?
It's winning awards and stuff.
Now, yeah, but you know what's funny? I just looked it up. Cyberpunk 2077 won a shitload of awards too in 2018, 2019, 2020, and then nominated in 2021. They won a shitload of awards for graphics and everything else too, for the Game Critics Awards and all. The game is visually, when you look at it, the game visually is amazing. Take the bugs out. Yes, the bugs suck, but sometimes people like bugs. Sometimes people find the bugs to be funny at times. And you think you say that you.
I mean, you know how much content people got off of the bugs, like falling through the ground.
No, that's true.
A
I
car
get it.
dropping on a pedestrian
experience.
out of nowhere.
It's not a fun experience, man. Like I get it for content, but if you're not a streamer, then it doesn't serve its purpose. You're just frustrated.
But again though too, the same thing though too. It's the same thing that goes back to the same thing with the Steam Deck too. You're gonna have people that are gonna love it no matter what. You have people that are gonna love what they want, what they love. You're gonna have a subgenre of people that no matter what. You got people that love glitches and love bugs, and that's what they do. That's what they do, because they speedrun. They find any way they can. They live to exploit the bugs. They live to exploit the game for whatever it can be. Yes, turning around in circles is not exactly a bug. What I would consider it to be a bug, because when you can manage to erase the whole world by spinning around real quick, that's an issue. But at the same time, though, too, Cyberpunk itself though has a very big following because of the fact that it's been around before this video game.
I know.
They just took this video game and took it from a subgenre.
Yes.
What are you getting? Like, I know, John. We are aware.
Because
my thing is, though, at the end of the day, though, that's the reason why it's been downloaded so much. Because you got people that love this kind of shit, and we're waiting for it.
I get it, but it's still not even completely fixed. Don't tell the people in PlayStation world that, hey, download it, but really be cautious because it may not work still. What? So then don't put it out.
Because PlayStation don't give a shit. They want the money.
Let me throw this in there, though. Notice how only PlayStation had most of the issues.
Thank you.
Chris, stop your shit. Don't get him wild up. Don't you see how Chris walks away? Don't get him wild up. Yo, Chris is an instigator. For those that don't know, he does this all the time, bro. Don't start. All consoles had issues, but the problem here is this, right? You shouldn't tell people, John, you should play it on PC. Not everybody has the latest updated graphics card and a $5,000 PC. They shouldn't have to get a $5,000 PC to play this game.
Then, right? It should go back to being exclusive, right?
No.
And then you'd be upset that this shit wasn't fucking PS4 released.
Maybe I would be happy it wasn't for PlayStation. Maybe that would have been great. Like, you know what? You only want to make it for PC, then go on only PC. But this is the issue, is that they released it everywhere, and you only had a great experience on a full maxed out PC, and that's not right. You shouldn't have the great experience on a $5,000 PC. It wasn't ready. Like Kevin Hart said, she wasn't ready. It wasn't ready, bro. It wasn't ready.
No, you're right. It wasn't ready, and I don't deny that. But you can't. That's not what we're discussing. We're discussing about the fact that it was downloaded and purchased so much.
No, I get it. I get it. Yes, and that's what drives me crazy. Back to the point. It drives me crazy that it was the most selling game. Why would you buy this? Why would you put
the
yourself
same reason
in
why
this
you're gonna buy a fucking Steam Deck?
I
and
didn't
you're
say I
gonna
was gonna
hate
buy
it,
it.
and it's gonna be selling.
Considering it, so don't tell me I was gonna
the
buy
same
it.
reason why people are gonna buy a Steam Deck, and people are gonna buy it, and they're gonna hate it, and it's gonna be the most selling fucking console in December, and it's gonna be shit in January. Sit the fuck down.
You
I'm
may
done.
be right.
I'm
I
done.
don't know.
I'm done.
But don't tell me that I'm gonna buy it. Yes, there'll be people out there that probably buy it, and maybe they like it. You don't know, John. You just hate.
Fuck you, Chris. You got the air up, Chris. It's your fucking fault.
I'm moving on to the next topic. And
My favorite one.
And this is gonna be the Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. This is the Super Smash Brothers alternative with only Nickelodeon characters. Guys, this is crazy. This came out this week, and I'm not a Nickelodeon fan, never really was, but I find it to be very interesting that no one else has done this. I know PlayStation has tried it with PlayStation All-Stars, and it failed. They could have done something.
Why?
No. The only other game I know that does well is Brawlhalla.
Oh yeah,
as far as this kind of game, I've seen. I played it. It's
very
fun.
similar.
It's similar.
But the problem is that Nintendo has took it to another level by bringing in different characters from other video games. I think that's what makes them so unique, and it's the best-selling fighting game of all time. But this is going to be great. What?
And who did it? Who did it?
What?
Nintendo, Nickelodeon, Xbox, not PlayStation exclusive.
Oh my God, John. This is not a PlayStation fucking podcast.
No, you mentioned PlayStation tried it with their other game.
Yeah, it was just another version. They tried it. I'm just giving people some context, you motherfucker. I'm saying that they did their own version and it wasn't successful. That's what I said.
I wonder why.
I don't know why. Why don't you call Sony and ask them why it wasn't successful? I don't know why. I know I played it for PS Vita and that shit was trash, okay?
You see what I did, Chad? I stirred the pot, the PlayStation hate pot.
Damn, Tyler, Tyler just called me out in chat. Tyler just fucking called me out.
Why?
Stop hitting the PlayStation because you broke.
I stirred the PlayStation hate pot heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, John is always hating on PlayStation, bro, because his broke. That's why. He's mad. His 8-year-old PlayStation that said, I can't do this anymore, and he's upset. My man, stop your shit, bro.
Yo. Listen, I'm personally excited for this game.
Okay, tell us why, sir.
Because Nickelodeon is the best, okay? They already showed a bunch of characters. You got Sandy Cheeks, you feel me? No clapping. You got all the SpongeBob characters I've seen so far. The maps look good. I saw a couple of Bikini Bottom joints. You got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in there, too.
I think that's dope, yeah.
You got the GOAT Danny Phantom in there.
I don't know these characters, though.
Did you see the one character that I want to play this game for?
Who?
Powdered Toast Man, bro, from Ren and Stimpy. Bro, Powdered Toast Man, my dude.
So here's the thing, too. I grew up on a lot of these shows,
Yes, I didn't.
So for me, it might be a little bit different. For me, it's different because I grew up on a lot of these shows. Like if they start bringing in like Rugrats, I mean, I saw Reptar already. Mm-hmm. They got if they bring in like Rocket Power. I can't believe they put Nigel Thornberry in this. Like it's about to get crazy. For me personally, I grew up on all these shows, so I'm super hyped for this because it gives me a chance to fight, with the characters I grew up watching, son.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
You got the list in front of you, right? The characters.
Let me see.
Or do you want me to read it off? Because I want to read off the character list that we.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, so they showed Michelangelo, Leonardo from the Ninja Turtles, Nigel Thornberry, Powdered Toast Man, SpongeBob, Sandy, Patrick, Oblina from
oh my God, they got
Oblina.
Shit. All right.
Lucy Loud, Lincoln Loud. You got Helga Pataki from Hey Arnold, son. Football head. All right. You got Reptar, you got Zim from Invader Zim, and Danny Phantom so far is who they've showed.
Yeah.
Goats. Okay. Now they bring in some Fairly Odd Parents. You feel me? Some Jimmy Neutron. You got so much characters from the Nickelodeon thing that they could just continue to bring in. Same way that Smash brings in a character like every month. They could do this with this game.
Yeah.
And supposedly they have stuff that Smash does that people that are in the Smash community have been asking for as well. I don't personally know what they are, but I saw a video on TikTok about it. So I'm hyped. All right. I'm ready to fight. And if anybody wants to smoke, let me know, man. MeLlamoCeeGee. Talk to me.
Yo, but time out. What if this is not for PC though? What you gonna do, man?
What do you mean?
It is for PC.
It is? Oh, I didn't know.
PS5, PS4, Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch. Oh, they don't say PS4.
You see. Chris, what are you gonna do?
Wait, but if it's on Xbox, I may be able to get it.
If
Don't do this to me.
You're gonna have to get a console, my man. You're gonna
Suck
have to get a
a bullet.
console.
Pre-order.
You have to get that new
Switch.
Switch. You're gonna have to get the new Switch.
Yeah,
Bro, did you see what I just read though too? So it'll feature 20 levels based on Nickelodeon shows, including Jellyfish Fields from SpongeBob SquarePants,
Yep.
the Technodrome from Ninja Turtles, bro. I'm more hyped about that than anything else. I want to fight in the fucking Technodrome.
I think this is
Dude.
very interesting, and I feel like what you see with Super Smash Bros. Done, where they brought different characters that are outside of the Nintendo world. What if they do this with Cartoon Network and you start bringing other characters, you know, from there?
That'd be interesting.
Yo, cross-platform. If it goes cross-platform, they got it.
Yo, this is
It
gonna
might
be a
be.
killer, bro.
It would smoke everything if they go cross-platform, especially because they announced that it's on all these platforms already.
Yes.
So now you'll be able to fight your friends all across the board. Oh my god, it would be crazy.
This may be
I like that it's
that challenge for Super Smash Brothers.
because it does say it's single player and multiplayer modes with local and online support for up to 4 players.
Okay.
You can unlock new moves for every fighter as well as earn bonus content for an in-game gallery. Now, I have a question, guys. All jokes aside, because you know that I always like kind of think this way when it comes to games like this. Do you think that they're winning right now off of nostalgia, or do you think that they're winning off
Look at the
of?
whole Chris.
That's what most of the stuff.
Yeah,
is
no,
for.
that's what I'm saying. That's
Bro,
what I'm saying. Like, because,
Yo, what if they bring Dora the Explorer, son? What you gonna do?
Yo,
Who's
Diego,
smoking
bro.
Dora?
Fucking no
imagine,
swiping.
bro,
Come
can
on.
you imagine?
You
Can you
feel
imagine
me?
Dora goes hands? These hands are rated E for
Yeah.
everyone. Can you say
Yo.
clapped? Like,
You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
they
Like
can
they got
pull it
so
off,
much,
man.
they got so much to pull from because Nickelodeon has been around for so long. They have so much cartoon
Yes.
characters that they can pull from.
They're gonna bring Doug.
It's gonna be wild.
Doug's
They
gonna
can
be in
bring
there?
Doug. They can bring Blue's Clues. Like
Blue's
what
Clues,
are we
bro.
talking
You're
about?
gonna
oh my
bring
god, bro!
Bring
No.
salt and pepper in there. You know
I'm
what
sorry,
I'm saying?
I'm done already. Now I'm thinking of all these things. Like you put a blue clue, like
Yeah.
is that the clue? And you smack
I'm
it up
telling
somebody's
you,
face.
bro.
You gotta
Bring
some shit,
Gumby.
bro.
You go
Look
old
for the
school.
paw print,
Gumby.
slap you in your face.
Yo,
Blue
bring
paw
Gumby.
print.
Dude,
You don't want Gumby?
bro?
No,
You can bring everything.
Yo, that's what I'm
Pokey,
saying.
and the
Everything.
blockheads.
but you can bring all these cartoon characters, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think it's very interesting. I think.
There's
What
a
about
lot.
you bring the
Type of
characters from
motherfucker.
Boondocks? Like, you know, it's just these characters, these cartoon characters, then they all come together. I think this is a real good alternative. And being that it's on all different platforms, it's not strictly
Yeah.
on Nintendo. This is a killer, bro. I think this is gonna go very far.
Can you imagine if they bring in like an Adult Swim after like Adult Swim late at night cartoon characters?
Come on, you
You
have
got some
to.
They
cracked
can't
out-
though, because that's Cartoon Network. You butthole.
No,
That's what I'm
no,
saying.
that's what I'm trying to tell
that's
you.
what Lou was saying. Lou was
You
saying
can't
Cartoon
do
Network
it.
before like crossover.
No, you see, this is why you don't pay attention. I said, you know how Nintendo, Super Smash Bros. They bring in different characters from different genres that were
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
Nintendo. Like Ryu, they brought him in Super Smash Bros. He's not from Nintendo.
No, I know, but they can't because Brawlhalla uses Cartoon Network characters. That's what I was trying. You know what I'm saying? So unless they do a collab with Brawlhalla, they
Maybe.
won't be able to use Cartoon Network characters, man.
But it's all right though.
There's
because
other Cartoon
Network in
Networks, there's
general,
other
though,
cartoons out
Cartoon
there.
Network has so many though.
Bring
from
the
old school and
Animaniacs.
new school. Because
Bring
you know
the
what?
Looney
They did show the picture of. I'm done with you. But real quick though, the picture they do show of the characters though are the new school Ninja Turtles and stuff.
Yeah,
New
yeah,
school.
yeah.
Now, what if though they give you the option though, if you
Skins?
can unlock the
Like
classic-
different skins, yeah.
Bro, imagine you a grown ass man like us growing in there fighting some young kid on some shit. We
It's
use the
gonna
OG
happen.
skins. They're using the new shit.
It's gonna
Get clapped
happen.
with the OG. That's
Yo,
it.
For real.
I'm with it. I don't like fighting games, but I think this is dope. I think this is dope.
See, I already like Smash. I don't play Smash because I don't have a Switch, clearly.
Yeah.
So
getting
to
a new
have
one,
an
right?
option, I don't know, maybe. To
It's
have
like
an
wish list.
option to fight people with characters that I know and love, I'm hyped, bro. You feel me? We out here, suck a butt. We can shake.
I'm done. I'm done.
All right, so we're gonna move on to our last topic, and this is the WTF moment. For those that don't know, it's the what the fuck moment. Last week, Zelda sold for what? It was 800 something thousand. A sealed.
870 grand.
Now, Super Mario 64 sells for over $1 million at auction. Sealed. Graded 9.8. Is this something that you will really invest in? Would you really buy this game if you're a collector for over $1 million?
See, that's my thing though. Who is buying? Who got the money to buy it?
There's a lot of rich people in this world, bro. They collectors.
But 1.5 million, bro.
Chris,
It be
Chris,
like that.
Are you kidding?
Somebody bought artwork that didn't even exist, bro.
I know.
So I mean, like when
I'm convinced.
happened,
I'm convinced people with this kind of money are just bored with life.
They're
They just
Exactly.
want to
They're
spend money
That's
just
exactly
to show
what it is.
off. Like, hey, here's 1.5. I wipe my butt with that, bro.
It's
So-
stupid.
What we did find out last week when we were talking about the Zelda one was that what made that one so special, which I don't
was a
see it being
different
on this
type.
one too.
Yeah.
Right, it was a very limited release. Like it was a very only for like a year or whatever. They released it, and then they released a second version, and then they released the final version of Zelda for people to play. I don't see that being with this though. But Super Mario 64 though did lay the groundwork and was the initial for 3D gaming, for like 3D open world gaming.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
I can understand it, but I don't $1 million no. But I can understand it going for more than Zelda was, because
It
Zelda,
has to, yeah.
right? Zelda
When you
was
think
the
of
groundwork
Nintendo, you don't
for-
think of Zelda, bro.
No, you don't. You don't
think of Mario.
I mean, it depends on your age. If you think you think NES, you think Zelda. If you think Mario 64, if you think
No.
original NES, I'm talking about
No,
original
I think
NES
of Mario
console.
and Duck Hunt. I don't think of Zelda. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I really, when I think of regular original NES, I definitely do think. When I think Nintendo, I think Mario, 100%. But if I think original NES, I do think Zelda, because of the fact that one had the more hype, like overall, with a different kind of community. That's what my mind goes to.
You don't know what you're talking about, bro.
There we go. Always.
No, because if you could ask anyone, even in the chat, or anyone that's watching this later, if you think of NES, you're thinking of Mario's, the game that came with the system, bro, and the Duck Hunt, and you're shooting at the screen. You don't think of Zelda and his stupid sword. You don't think of that shit.
You
I
can tell
don't
we had
ever-
different kinds of friends growing up.
We definitely did have different friends. You had friends that didn't think right. I have friends that thought right. That's the difference.
Done. I'm not even. I'm so done.
Listen, it's the truth
I'm
though.
done.
And I don't, okay, again, they're spending their money. People do this around the world. They spend money on paintings, bro. And like John said earlier, someone bought something that was invisible. You did not see it.
Right.
So people will spend their money on dumb shit. Now, if you're a collector, I'm pretty sure there's somewhere out there in the world that has these games. You don't need it sealed. You just want the box cover art. But if you're that type of person that's anal, you want everything that's never been opened before, I get it. And if I had millions of dollars, I still wouldn't even spend my money on this, bro. Like, there's no reason for this to happen. Now, this is not the first, and it probably won't be the last. But now I'm considering to buying double of everything, because I never know what's going to go on sale. I was telling my wife this. I should buy 2 PS5s and leave one that's never open. Buy 2 Xbox. Buy 2 of everything, bro. Like, when I go to GameStop, let me get that game and an extra one. And I'm just never going to open it. It's just going to be, I'm going to have my own GameStop in my drawer, in my closet. And 20, 30 years from now, it may be worth something. You should consider it.
Yeah, now I'm kind of upset that I sold my Final Fantasy VII SNES game.
You should have kept it, bro. It could have sold for $100,000 because nobody likes that game.
Yo, GameCube games are stupid expensive, and I'm so mad because
Why?
That's the one console I had.
Why are GameCube games so expensive?
Because that's the
know.
one console people didn't want. So like those games are going
It's
for
rare.
GameCube was goated. Stop playing.
I don't
But
know.
it's a very small people that it wasn't a lot of people had the GameCube really, because there was a lot of systems coming out at the time.
And I think that's the first one that Nintendo went disc, right? Before they went to
Yes,
Wii.
it was a little small. It was a
Yes.
small disc like this. You got the 4 controllers. You invite your mans over. You play NFL Street 2. You play.
good game.
You play. What's that other game? Golden Schmie. You could play. You could play all that, bro. Smash.
Wait, GoldenEye on GameCube?
No, I'm being stupid. The Smash.
Well, yeah,
that.
Smash Brothers was big on
Oh,
the GameCube. Yeah, the GameCube controller.
Luigi's Mansion on GameCube. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Luigi's Mansion on GameCube was OP.
That was good.
Facts.
That was a good game. That was
OP.
And then they had
Facts.
Resident Evil on there. I think there was Code Veronica was the only one that you could get.
Yeah,
on.
Code Veronica was on there.
So
Facts.
GameCube was it wasn't something that I was already a
You hate
PlayStation. No,
I
was
feel
already
like I do feel like GameCube was Nintendo's way of trying to get into the different version of graphics and stuff like that too, and trying to get into the disc version, as opposed to what they kept with, because N64 and everything else too. Nintendo's known for their not cartoony, but their more basic style graphics, as opposed
they've
to
always been.
They're
that
more
way.
about the experience than the
the story,
actual
the
look of
family,
things.
the family kind of like experience to it. So
Yeah.
but yeah.
All right, so we're gonna end it. we're gonna end it here. That's it for today. Thank you guys for joining us on Keep Gaming Podcast. This was episode 16. Again, remember, if you do not watch us live, you can watch us on YouTube. Just type in Keep Gaming Podcast. And if you don't have time to watch the YouTube, you can listen to us wherever you get your podcast. Just type in Keep Gaming Podcast. Also, we stream again every Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern, and we also do reviews throughout the week. We're going to be posting a review for Space Jam, New Legacy, and that's it from us. Until next time, keep gaming. Peace.
Keep gaming. Facts.
I hate these guys. Yo, thank you guys. Later, y'all.